Best Fed, for me, I think is a runaway number one, but my number two is, for me, is Strong Competition.
Okay.
And then I put a number three, but only because it's the only other Fed that I watched a lot of stuff for. So
Is it Stardom?
Number three, Stardom.
Yeah.
I watched so much Stardom this year.
I thought as much. I literally just forgot my number two.
You stupid dog.
Don't ever call me that. Don't call me that in public.
For me, my number two is only number two because we did watch a lot of it and because I fucking love death matches.
Yeah,
so Big Japan is number two for me.
It's my number two.
Okay, yeah, easily number two. Like, I don't really care about all their like strong style regular stuff.
I also like their
there's a
strong
little
style
bit
stuff,
of it that I do like.
Yeah.
They do have wrestlers I like.
Yeah,
but I
do like Sekimoto.
I'm mostly there for the death matches.
Sure, and
almost exclusively there for Takeda.
Yeah,
and
it helps that the face of their deathmatch division has been like the most awesome dude since young Ryuji Ito.
Yeah. Oh, Ito. God, I love Ito.
Because Ito,
goddamn fish mouth.
He does have, in his older age, he has developed an upsetting fish mouth. But the Big Japan death matches have gone in like a very strange, like, up and down roller coaster. Like, it started, they just tried to do like the craziest shit they could, but with like mostly like bad like mid-90s deathmatch wrestlers. Yeah. And then it's gonna be longer than last time. Yikes.
All right,
this is probably gonna be 2 parts. It's probably gonna be 8 parts.
Yeah.
Lost my train of thought because we looked at how long we've been recording for.
Bad like deathmatch wrestlers.
So you get that, but then you get the wave of Honma, Yamakawa, Shadow WX, Winger, etc. These good wrestlers who are having death matches, and then they have this like awesome like deathmatch renaissance in like 98, 99, 2000, and they're awesome. Then BJ Dub makes the excellent decision of partnering with CZW, and they bring in Zandig, Wife Beater, Pondo, all the hits. And it ruins them. Honma quits. Honma starts wearing shaves his head and starts wearing young boy black gear because he's too sad
to put on nice gear,
to put on real gear, and then just straight up quits the Fed and like wanders the world fucking kung fu style for the next like 5 years and does nothing.
Only
and like
to reappear and be fucking awesome.
Yeah, he reappears and is fucking awesome, but like he wasted like probably his athletic prime. Where are you running to now?
I got the charger for the laptop.
Didn't you have the charger? What did? Man, guys, well, Drew's gone. Let me tell you how dumb Drew is. I saw, like, the laptop go low battery a while ago, and then he plugged something in. Apparently what he plugged in is not charging the laptop, and now he has run upstairs to, I guess, get the thing that actually charges the laptop.
Shut your goddamn poor mouth.
What did you plug in before?
I didn't. It was Doug's plugger, and it was the wrong one.
Doug's plugger. That's too bad. So so CZW ruined everything for a few years, but then like Ito came on the scene and a few other guys like your Abdullah Kobayashi's and stuff, and then like a second
wave
Big Japan deathmatch renaissance, and then it's been like pretty consistently good till then, but I feel like sort of got stale into the 2010s. You did 1 flight of stairs.
Up and down?
Sorry, up and down. So that's 2.
That's 2.
But then with, like, Takeda coming on, holy shit. Takeda's the fucking king.
Takeda's fucking best.
He's so good.
Love him.
So yeah, it's been awesome now. So, Big Japan's on number 2.
Is he my wrestler of the year? He's not, but
I'm sure he's mentioned.
He'll be mentioned later.
That's fair. And, like, just 2 feds that always have lots of good matches are PWG and Progress. Mm-hmm. So I listed them, and I assume we both have New Japan number 1.
Of course.
It's the best fed.
This was maybe their best year since 2015?
Could be.
Like, the amount of star ratings, the amount of talked about matches. The G1 was maybe the best it's been
G1 was
for
great.
a while.
And like, it's not like they've had a bad G1 in 5 years, but this was like this had so many great matches.
Outstanding.
Yeah, like, and I feel like even more so than like with Bucks as tag of the year, like it's a boring pick for the best, but it's also the
truth.
correct one. Like,
Yeah.
what else would it be?
Yeah.
So, yeah, it's New Japan. Like, it'd be like if we were doing this in the mid-90s and we're like, oh, it's All Japan again.
Sure. Yeah.
But it is. They're having...
The reason why they're number one is because they're good.
Yeah, the number of high-end matches compared to every other Fed in the world combined is, so disproportionate. So, yeah, how do you not?
How do you not?
Yeah.
And what are we supposed to say? WWE?
Yeah, best and worst Fed.
Yeah. All right. Best champion of 2018.
I got a few.
I got 5.
I got 5.
I
bet they're different,
I'm
though.
going to start at number 5.
Hit me.
That is Kento Miyahara.
He's on my list. I don't have them ranked.
Because he was Shokukan champion for 200 days.
He had 2 reigns that covered a good chunk of the year.
Big chunk of the year.
Yeah.
Had some really good matches.
Yep.
He's building to a feud with...
His next defense is Kai.
But wasn't he... I thought it was...
Which he's going to win.
God damn, what the hell's his name?
Zeus, Ishikawa, Suwama.
I would like a rematch with Zeus, please.
I really enjoyed it. We watched that last week.
Yes.
Yeah. It started fine, but I thought it got real good by the end.
Yeah, Zeus, that match, I love Zeus. God damn, Zeus is awesome. Can I change my vote to Zeus for everything?
Can I go all Zeus?
Can I just check the box marked Zeus, please? With a side check mark of bodyguard.
Zeus side of bodyguard, please.
Zeus side of bodyguard. That's all I need. Fuck. I'm not gonna remember. Cause didn't somebody? I could have sworn somebody challenged him.
After the Zeus match, because he's probably had a defense since the Zeus match. And I think his January defense is going to be Kai.
Fuck, I'm not going to remember now. I could have sworn I saw it. Anyways.
Is it an All Japan guy or an outside guy?
I think it was an All Japan guy.
So, who do we got? Well, we got both Violent Giants.
No,
we've got...
It was a younger dude.
Oh, younger dude. Who would that be? Fuck. I'm not sure.
I don't remember. I'll find it by the end of the night.
Sure.
In the next 2 hours.
That's our maybe promise to you. Yeah, he's great. I'm really happy for him and All Japan for how well he's worked out as like new young ace of the company.
Yeah, he's not even 30 yet.
Yeah,
that's crazy.
Yeah, he's really good. He's definitely like he's All Japan's Okada of like 5 years ago, where like put the title on a young untested guy and it works out. Yeah. So that's really cool. I'm happy for that. Still looking?
Yeah, I'll keep looking. But yeah, that's who my number 5 was.
Yeah, he's one of my 5.
Who? So you're just gonna use them as the same team, and I'll go. Might as well.
Sure.
So then
I'll figure out rankings later.
Then I have that old man whose ass I'm gonna kick.
Takashi Sugiura.
GHC heavyweight champion for 280 days.
Yeah, it was most of the year.
That was most of the year.
Yeah.
Had a lot of kick-ass matches. We've actually watched a lot of Sakura this year.
Yeah.
I guess the most I've ever watched of him. Like I've seen in the past.
Yeah. One I highly recommend that I bet you haven't seen.
From this year?
No.
Okay.
I think we watched everything we should have this year. Because we watched that one with him and Nakajima a little while ago.
Yes.
Which is really...
The Nakajima one was
holy
really good.
They were just trying to hurt each other.
Yeah, they were trying to kill each other.
I've never been more worried about like a strike heavy match since that one Goto Shibata it was the day of the G1 finals one year, and it's the one where they really just tried to hurt each other.
Yeah,
and because every other match like they go hard obviously, but it's like still a wrestling match. But this was like that they had like the one uncomfortable match.
Yes,
and this was that. They were hitting so fucking hard. So yeah, we watched that. That was really good. We just watched him and Shiozaki, which was really good. I think they went a little too long in that. In the one we watched today.
It was a little long.
But lots of good stuff. And like if they had shaved 5 minutes off it would have been fucking hot.
Yes.
Yeah, so Shigeru's been great. He's 46 or 7 we looked up.
47.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's 47.
Which is impressive.
Very impressive.
Yeah. So I didn't have him, but I like where your head's at. I don't like where your shirt's at because it's on your body instead of off.
Take
Your shirt off. Take your shirt off. Take your shirt off.
Does Naoma Nomura sound correct?
Yeah, he is. Yes,
pretty young.
Yes, he is a young guy.
I thought I saw something about
entirely possible. Yeah,
because like I'm looking here, like he won some kind of battle royal or something.
Yeah, he and another guy were all Asia tag champions for a chunk of the year.
Okay, yeah.
Like the secondary tag champs, and yeah, they're both young, and yeah, Nomura's he's a really good young guy. So that could be him. That probably is who you're thinking of.
Probably.
Yeah.
Do you have Seguro on yours?
I don't.
Okay, so you pick a 4 or someone.
Walter.
Okay. As your 4?
Sure.
Or just in general?
I don't know. I'll figure out rankings after.
All right, cool.
But PWG champ most of the year.
Yeah.
Progress champ currently.
Yes.
OTT. OTT champ currently. Probably some other stuff. I don't think he had the WXW title. But yeah, he's had plenty. Like, he's kind of the face of, until a couple weeks ago, the face of unsigned European wrestling.
Yeah.
He is signed now.
Yeah.
But
I don't even like Walter that much. I have him as my number 2.
Wow. Okay.
Well, I mean, he's like he's the champion. He's the champion of 3 major.
Yeah,
feds.
he's such the face of
like
it. Yeah. So yeah.
Yeah,
there we go. Maybe I'll put him as my number 2 just to match yours, and then maybe we'll kiss. Who's to say?
My number 3 champion of the year is a fine tick Hawaiian Guam man who we know very well. Jeff Cobb.
Someone who I'm looking forward to having my third and rubber match with.
Yes.
That I'll definitely get to have sometime.
8 months-ish.
I mean, I feel like after MSG, all bets are off. Not saying anything else about that.
I do like the balls on him for doing that, though.
I like him a lot.
That's fucking awesome. But he's the current PWG champion.
I'll work MSG, and then we'll see what happens.
Yep. He's the current PWG champion.
Yes.
He's the current Ring of Honor television champion.
Yes.
He was PWG tag team champion for about 200 days.
Which he wore to the ring a few days ago.
Good for him.
Which is pretty cool.
He likes us. He was PWG tag champion for about 185 days.
Yeah.
But was wrestling in Japan pretty frequently.
Yep.
So he's had a good year. But I think being multiple champions of big companies like that.
Yeah.
I mean, PWG and Ring of Honor are 2 of the bigger feds in America.
For sure.
So that's a pretty big one.
Yeah. Yeah, that's a good one. How about AJ Styles?
I had AJ on the list, but then realized he was SmackDown champion, and that doesn't really mean anything.
It's actually,
but he was champion for 360 days, 370 days,
right around, yeah,
somewhere like that.
Yeah, did he make it past an actual year? I can't remember, because he definitely won and lost it in November, but I don't know when exactly. But
that one's the WWE.
That's the WWE, yeah. Which is actually, it's funny because that's the title with like the actual history.
Lineage, yeah.
Yeah, because the Raw title has been around for 2 years. 3? 2. I don't know.
Who cares?
2.
It's a shitty company.
2.5 now, but because it was invented in 2016, I think. So yeah, and
shouldn't your autism know this?
You'd think,
but you don't.
I mean, maybe it doesn't. I'm just downplaying it.
I don't think you are. I think you just forgot because your brains are mush.
Look, I can't be Rain Man and my brain's mush.
371.
Okay, so he made it past the year mark. Good for him. Yeah, so I think that's worth some credit for holding it for over a year, especially in WWE when they, besides the Punk reign, I don't think did have done a reign for more than 3 weeks.
Would you like to read the SmackDown Tag Team title reigns for this year?
I guess it's just gonna switch a bunch between New Day, Bar.
Oh, maybe it was the Raw ones. Was the Raw ones?
New Day, Bar, Usos.
Usos to Bludgeon Brothers to New Day.
Bludgeon Brothers. That man, what? There's a fall from grace. Luke Harper. Yeah. Fuck Rowan. Rowan sucks.
He only has a fall from grace because his partner keeps getting hurt, and then he has nothing to do. And even though he was a former Intercontinental champion.
Yeah, he was perfectly good in singles.
You can't give him a single. I wouldn't be surprised if Rowan gets fired before the end of the year.
Yeah,
and he's had so many opportunities, and he's not good, and they have other guys.
And hopefully Harper quits.
That'd be pretty sick.
And goes and does something good on the indies. Because, like...
Go back to Ring of Honor.
Sure, go to Ring of Honor. Go wherever.
Here is the tag team lineage for
this is Raw?
Raw. For 2018.
I feel like there's a B team in there.
Cesaro, Sheamus.
Oh, they were
Strowman, Nicholas.
Right.
Vacant.
Yeah.
Matt and Bray.
Uh-huh.
B team.
Yeah.
Ziggler, McIntyre. Ambrose, Rollins. AOP. Rude, and Chad Gable. 9 changes.
All different.
In a year.
All different teams?
All different teams.
Interesting.
All different teams.
That's a lot of teams.
Huh. Oh, and actually at the start of the year, Jason Jordan and Seth Rollins.
Oh, yeah.
They didn't lose it until the Rumble.
So Rollins has had it twice.
Rollins has had it twice.
And no team has had it twice.
No team has had it twice.
And so that's 10 teams now.
That's 10 teams.
Wow.
In a year.
That sounds about right.
Here, just a quick rundown. 34, 71, 1, 80, 50, 49, 14, 35, 21. Are the amount of days that they've had the titles.
A lot of 2 digits in there.
They're all 2. Yeah, like I mean, 71 for Cesaro and Sheamus because they held it from Rumble till Mania.
Yeah.
Oh, and Matt and Bray had it for 80 days, which I honestly don't remember it being 80
I remember them being
days.
tag champs for a bit.
I guess. They won them at Greatest Royal Rumble and lost them at Extreme Rules to the B team.
Cool. I definitely saw it.
You definitely remember that?
I definitely saw both of those matches.
Yeah, me too.
Nope.
Yeah, okay, anyways, let's continue. So, you have AJ.
Yeah.
So I have Miyahara, Segura, Cobb, Walter. You've named 4. I've named 4?
I've named 3.
Who's your 4th?
I've named Miyahara, Styles, Walter. I will also name Masashi Takeda, BJW Deathmatch Champion, who you forgot.
But I wasn't thinking.
Though you love
I wasn't
him.
thinking Deathmatch Champion though because
It's a title.
it is a title.
It's got a belt.
I guess to me, my thoughts are
Maybe it's just you, but for you.
maybe it's just me, but for me,
Mm-hmm.
everybody wants to know.
Everybody wants to know.
I don't know. I feel like Deathmatch Championship isn't it like you can take the PWG title and defend it somewhere else.
Sure,
you can take the Ring of Honor,
yeah.
but you can't take the Deathmatch title.
Yeah, he did take it to Freedoms. Another deathmatch fan.
Freedoms doesn't. But like, you're not going to book Takeda to go to PWG
and defend
a title. Right?
Certainly not.
Like,
yeah,
that's maybe why I didn't think about it.
That's fair.
Or because, like, let's be honest, who takes deathmatch wrestling that seriously?
Besides us.
Besides us, right? Like, okay, yeah, no, totally.
But because he held it till when did he? I know he won it last August. Held it to. Did he hold it till like September or November? It was one of the two, I think.
It was November.
Yeah, so held it for 15 months.
November 11th.
Had nothing but awesome defenses.
Nothing. Spoiler, he had 2 of my favorite matches of the year.
Yeah.
2. And the other one is silly as fuck, and you're going to be like, okay, but it was one of my favorite matches of the year.
Okay. Who am I going to tell you?
Who are you
how to live your life? What if I was to say that I
don't think that's true.
List the same one on my favorite matches?
Oh.
How about that?
I like it.
We'll see. Is that a kiss?
We'll see.
If the other Takeda match.
Well, if how many favorite matches of the year do you have? 3? Because I said 3.
I have like 8.
Really?
Yeah.
I mean, I could have done more, but I just stuck to 3 because it's easier.
I don't know. We always do a bunch.
How about this? If my 3rd match of the year that's not the Takeda death matches
is the same
match? No, it's not a Takeda match. It's another match.
Okay.
So I have 2 Takeda matches and a 3rd match in my favorite matches.
Uh-huh.
If that 3rd one is the same,
I don't think the 3rd one's going to be the same. I think
who do you know?
I think it's about the 2nd Takeda match because you said it's silly, right?
No. I'm saying the 3rd one.
Okay, I misunderstood.
The 3rd match is a silly match, and you're probably going to be like, okay, sure.
That's probably not going to match.
Okay.
I was thinking the 2nd Takeda match.
I think the Takeda matches will match.
Okay.
I think. But yeah, Takeda held it for 449 days.
That's a good ass reign.
Won it in August 2017.
I believe that's more than Punk's world title reign. I want to say I have 434 in my head for him.
I'm not looking it up.
Don't look it up. I think it's 434. Anyway, more than Punk.
You
heard it here first. Masashi Takeda better than CM Punk.
Yeah, I like it more.
Yeah.
Hot take. CM Punk, piece of shit.
Oh, human being? Absolutely. I like his wrestling sometimes. He's also the sloppiest wrestler in the world.
He's pretty sloppy. He's pretty sloppy.
But he managed to, have good matches. What are you looking up?
Luckily, I already had... Oh, it's the wrong title, though.
Punk? You are looking up Punk
after
you said you weren't?
I already had it loaded up. So,
because it's Styles' title.
434.
Boom!
Yeah.
Autism's back, baby.
Autism.
Back strong. definitely back. 434, definitely back.
And I'm going to say my number one, even though now I'm regretting it, is Tommaso Ciampa.
Wow, look at you.
Because he had fucking great matches all year.
Big
and
boy.
He had some good title matches, and...
Look at you.
Hey?
I'm trying to think...
I'm willing to admit when I was wrong about a man named Tommaso Ciampa.
But never about Roderick Strong.
No, because he sucks.
Never.
I fucking hate Roderick Strong.
I'm trying to think of Ciampa. So Ciampa won it on TV.
Won it on TV.
From Black.
Had...
Three-way Gargano Black.
Yeah.
Dream. I think that Dream match got 4 3/4.
Yeah.
Which I haven't watched, but that seems high on paper.
I don't care for Velveteen Dream.
And he must have had another one.
Yes, he...
Who else is a guy?
Who's a guy?
Did he just have a singles with Black?
Oh, yeah, he had a rematch with Black. Yeah.
Hold
on, let me see.
NXT Championship. Charlie Rockstar.
Charlie.
What do we got? What does the research laptop say?
It says, Scott Henson,
you are
the father.
Are you good at technology or are you bad at technology?
I'm good, stupid.
Okay.
Oh, it doesn't even say defenses
Matches
on here.
You gotta go cage match.
He's held it for 168 days.
So 5 months and a bit. Yeah. So he won it in like July on TV. Then there would have been there have been 2 takeovers since then. There's like an August and a November takeover.
August, November, yeah. SummerSlam Survivor Series.
So August was the 3-way. So maybe it's just the 2. Maybe just the 3-way and Dream as far as takeover matches.
Defeated Black.
Yeah.
Last man standing against Gargano. Singles.
Oh yeah. The last man standing was the August match. Yeah, not the 3-way.
Singles with Black and singles with Velveteen Dream. So he's had 4. Winning the title. Defense.
Oh wait, was the 3-way Black retaining? The 3-way was before, because there's no 3-way there, right?
Yeah, no.
Okay. Yeah.
It's got beats Black in June.
Yeah.
Defense against Gargano in August at Brooklyn 4.
Yeah, that was good.
Then he's got a singles with Black in October. And a singles with Velveteen Dream at War Games 3.
Takeover there, yeah. Okay, cool.
All of which are very good.
Yeah.
Very, very good. Last Man Standing had a really good finish. I did really like the finish where Gargano had handcuffed him to the great thing at the front and then barely managed to just pull himself up to his feet so that he beat the count and then just collapsed back down. Yeah. That was fucking good.
Yeah, that was good. Yeah, there's some smart stuff in that match. I don't think it wasn't not their best match together this year, but very good and had some well-booked stuff in it.
So he's my number one.
I don't know if he's my number one. He is one of my 5.
He's just the leftover one.
The
last
of the 5. Again, a boring pick.
You suck.
But
Brock Lesnar.
His defenses can't be touched.
Yep.
How many matches did Brock have this year while being champion all year? 3?
Keep talking, I'll look.
Okada. He was...
Okay, fuck you.
Champion for the first half of the year.
And the 2 years before that.
And the 2 fucking years before that. So the end of, kind of a good reign. All of his defenses this year were really good. Naito at the Dome, very good. Sonata in February, loved it.
Sonata.
Sabre in April, loved it. My favorite Sabre match this year.
It's my only favorite Sabre match.
And then Tanahashi in May, 5.5 stars from Meltzer. Nobody agreed with that rating. Not even their best match together this year. And then I believe a pretty good title change with Omega, if memory serves me correctly.
Yeah.
Brock Lesnar matches?
We got Royal Rumble, Braun and Kane.
Right.
WrestleMania, Roman.
Banger.
Greatest Royal Rumble, Roman.
Yep.
SummerSlam, Roman.
Roman finally won at SummerSlam, right?
Crown Jewel, Braun.
Yeah.
Survivor Series, D-Bry.
The D-Bry match is
2,
good.
3, 4, 5, 6.
Yeah. 6 matches.
6 matches in 2018.
Yeah.
He did like house shows.
A couple house shows, yeah.
Kane, Miz.
Interesting.
Braun and Kane.
Jesus, just leading up to the Rumble, yeah.
5. So he had 11 matches this year.
Yeah, and 6 on television.
Yeah. 2017, he had a lot more, obviously, because he did a lot more stuff.
Yeah, he did some more then. But yeah, D-Bry match was good because one of the people in the match was Daniel Bryan.
Oh, it's really only 14, so he did 3 more matches.
Not that much more. Yeah, and everything else was what it was. But yeah, Okada did a good job. Omega has had the title for the second half of the year, but New Japan doesn't do title defenses in the second half of the year.
He's had 3.
He's had 3.
In 201 days,
yeah.
He's had 3 defenses.
And 2 of those matches had Cody Rhodes in them. And the other match had Ishii in it and was excellent.
Yes.
But there we go. So I can't say Omega yet.
I honestly didn't even consider Omega. I really didn't.
I didn't really either.
Because he did so many tag stuff and wasn't really champion stuff.
Holy fuck!
Uh-oh.
I didn't write it down.
Then it doesn't count. If it's not written down, it doesn't count.
Back to Tag Team of the Year. The most honorable of mentions for the Golden Lovers.
Yeah.
Omega and Ibushi had 4 tag matches this year.
Yep.
All of them are arguably 5 stars.
Yeah, that's true.
Every match they had was phenomenal. Match with the Bucks, match against Ishii Ospreay, match against Ishii Okada, match against Ospreay Tanahashi. 4 of the best tag matches of the year.
Ospreay Tanahashi was overrated.
It's not. I don't think it's 5 stars, but it was excellent.
You said arguably.
Yes, I did.
So if you don't think it's 5 stars, and I don't think it's 5 stars, then it's not arguably 5 stars.
I don't. Yeah, because we're the only 2 people in the world
on this podcast,
I suppose. But yeah, extremely honorable mention to. You need to stop falling asleep.
I'm listening.
You're not. Your head is to the side and your eyes are closed.
Ear this way. I can hear.
I'm gonna box your.
No, Jose already did it to this one. I don't need you to do it to this one.
You know, from doing it just right, you can kill someone from boxing their ear. That's awesome.
You can rupture their eardrum and then they're deaf forever.
Yeah, I'm gonna kill someone like that. I'm gonna kill you like that. So yeah, oh fuck. I'm glad I remembered it. I'm mad I didn't remember it at the time.
I thought of another. It may not be the worst match of the year, but it's pretty fucking bad.
Hit me.
Let's go back to
this is our corrections and omissions right now.
Corrections and omissions. John Cena Undertaker at WrestleMania was a fucking joke.
Yeah, it was absolutely a joke. I don't want to say worse.
It wasn't worse.
If they had gone 20,
sure,
could have been the worst.
Sure.
Had potential to be the worst. Yeah, it's you can call it a dud because it was 2-ish minutes long, 3. Yeah, they did a couple moves and took it home, and the build up to it was retarded. Oh, I'm John Cena. I'm never gonna get on WrestleMania. What am I gonna do? Gotta buy a ticket.
Suck him a dick.
So, yeah, that was hella dumb.
Hella dumb.
Yeah.
Next one is best show of the year. I only put 2 because I can only think of 2.
I got
there was probably more. I just
4
wasn't thinking.
Yeah, it's kind of a hard category because
I think there's one clear number 1, not only just based on star rating, but that all the matches that were rated I didn't think were overrated. That's the thing, right? Because sometimes you look at a card and you go, yeah, it's good, but then there's also a 1.5, a 1, a dud,
Yeah.
But yeah, so I had 2 was the only ones I could think of.
What's your 2?
Number 2 is NXT TakeOver New Orleans.
I got TakeOver New Orleans.
Which is 4-7-18.
Yes, which had
6-way ladder match, which is a 5-star, which I guess it's really fun. Yeah. I don't know that it's 5 stars. Gargano Ciampa,
5-star.
5 stars.
First show with 2 5-star matches. I can't remember if it's ever or since the 90s.
Yeah.
But yeah.
And then Aleister Black and Almas, which is 4.5. 4.25.
3.
4.25.
4.25. Yeah.
4.25. That was my number 2. I mean, there's G1 days that are pretty good.
I was going to say,
but they only have 1 or 2 good ones, and then the rest of them are bad. There was one that...
There were some Block B days, because Block B was so much better than Block A.
Yeah, but
there's a few Block B days that had, The last day...
I'm going to look it up.
The last day of Block B was really good, the August 11th, because that had Ibushi Omega and Ishii Sanada and maybe something else good.
Yeah, so here's the thing. Day 18 had Ibushi Omega, which is 5.5.
Yeah.
It had Ishii Sanada, which is 4.5.
Which I think
and it had
more than
Sabre and Naito, which was 4.25.
Yeah.
But if you look at the rest of the show, it's...
well, the undercard's nothing.
So, yeah, so here's the thing. The rest of the tournament matches, Juice and Goto, which is 3.
Yeah.
Yano and Tonga, which is dud. And then there's Tanahashi, Makabe, Hanma versus Geto, Okada, Yoshihashi.
Well, it's just all undercard tags.
Like everything else, like...
3s and 2s.
Fale and Tonga Loa versus Chase Owens and Hangman Page
sounds like
was
a winner.
1.5 stars. So like that show on the whole is shit.
Yeah.
It's got 3 good matches, but the other 7 are shit.
Yeah, that's the thing with G1. Now, what was cool when they cared even less about their wrestler safety, and they would do like the G1, just every show was nothing but mixed A and B block matches, and there were no undercards.
Yeah.
Then you get some fucking insane shows. Because, like, in 2013, I think 15 was the first year they stopped doing that. But, like, 2013 and 14 G1s, which are just nothing but high-profile singles matches, you got some amazing days there. Because you got, like, in 2013...
15 was the one where Ishii got hurt with his shoulder and then just kept
wrestling because fuck it.
Just kept wrestling the whole tournament.
Yeah. Yeah, because, like, in 2013, you got, like... Ibushi Nakamura and Shibata Ishii on the same day.
Yeah.
And shit like that.
Like, day 14 has Ishii and Omega.
Yeah.
And Ibushi and Naito.
Yeah.
Which are both... One's 5.5 and
one's 4
3/4.
Yeah.
But the rest of the show is nothing.
Yeah, that's the thing. So it's hard to get more than...
In fact, Meltzer didn't even rate the rest of the show.
Yeah.
So who knows? He did Sabre and Juice, which was 3.5. And then... The rest, he didn't even bother. Like, there's the 2 other tournament matches were Goto and Tama Tonga and Sonata and Yano.
Great.
So,
yeah,
it's kind of hard to do the G1s.
Those G1s.
Like, if you just did, like, what was the best thing of the year? The G1. Like, as a whole,
of course,
is the best thing of the year, but...
Yeah, easily.
Yeah, I only.
Yeah, I think the best takeover was New Orleans, because, again...
I believe it's pronounced Narlands? Or Nola?
No, I don't think anyone...
NOLA? No one calls it NOLA?
I don't think anyone calls it NOLA.
New Orleans, Louisiana?
The nothing of Los Angeles. The beep of Los Angeles.
Whoa.
What? Yeah, because it had the... whether or not you agree with Meltzer's rating, and you probably don't, but still, like, 2 5-star matches on a show is something. The Dome Show was good. What is it called? Sakura Genesis, whatever the April big show is. Had, like, it was a good card, and it had 2 excellent matches. The Ospreay Skrull and Okada Sabre.
I don't believe you.
We watched one, and you've watched
2,
the other.
3. There's 3 matches. Oh, God. Fuck off. Hangman Page and Cody versus Ibushi and Omega was 4.5. 4.25.
Yeah, that seems like...
Boo! Boo!
Also, unlike from the couple podcasts I've heard where it was... where awards were discussed, apparently everyone is saying Hangman Page for Most Improved, but... I
didn't watch enough Hangman to know.
News to me.
every Hangman match where they came in my line of sight, I would
Pass.
look away.
Yeah, miss me with that shit,
Not
Hangman.
interested. Now, if we're talking Chase Owens,
hey,
I'll watch.
The crown jewel.
The crown jewel of crown jewel.
Yeah.
Do
we have the same number 1?
I don't know.
Dominion? Yeah.
Yeah.
Excellent show.
Omega Okada 7, Hiromu Ospreay 4 3/4.
Yeah.
Young Bucks Evil Sonata 4.5.
Yep.
Jericho Naito 4.5.
Yep.
All of those are accurate. Maybe Jericho Naito is a little high.
Jericho Naito is a little high. I'm okay with the other ones.
I mean, 7's 7. I think 7's stupid.
5.
But 5.
It was 5.
5, 4 3/4,
maybe
4.5.
Maybe the easiest 5.
Yeah.
Yeah, great show. It probably didn't hurt watching it on Oxy, in my case.
Sure.
Because I had just broken my arm and was on them good drugs.
Good.
So yeah, that probably didn't hurt either, but it was quite a show. I feel like Dominion ruled last year too.
Dominion's always a good show.
Yeah.
Because it's always like the halfway point.
Yeah.
Like, all the Dome Show stuff is done and paid off and all the rematches and whatever. Yeah. And then this is like the start of the reboot.
Yeah. I guess it's sort of the second biggest show of the year.
Yeah. And
they're sort of a big four.
Yeah.
Like Dome, Dominion, G1 Finals, King of Pro Wrestling.
Yeah. I think Dome shows would be better if it wasn't the same situation of everyone has to get on.
Yeah.
Like, if Dome Show had 6 matches or 7 matches, then it would be great. It would be the best show every year.
Yeah, if they just had, like, 7 incredible matches in, like, 3.5 hours.
But the fact that you have to have, like, a never 3-man team match, and then also a tag match, and then, like, a never singles, which, I mean, usually they're good, but it's just, like, there's so much. And Cody Juice.
Yeah.
Twice.
And we have reached our hard out. No.
Done.
We actually... No, don't touch it!
I'm going to switch to best WWE match because I put it sort of in the wrong order.
That's fine. We'll do...
Because we'll do best WWE match, then we can do favorite matches,
favorite wrestler, best wrestler.
Favorite best matches.
We got new categories this year, guys.
Just favorites.
In case you thought we weren't going long enough. We added categories.
You know what? There's going to be some people that are going to be happy that they have 4 hours to listen to.
You people are disgusting. You're
like some of them.
You're monster garbage people to us.
Listen. Steve Schneider. I am so happy you're not dead.
Steve, I'm also happy you're not dead. I'm also... It's cool that you're famous now, also. It sucks that you had to break your skull to get famous.
As much as we pretend that we don't like you...
We do like
you.
We
actually like you greatly.
Yeah. More than almost anyone else, honestly.
More than almost anyone else.
Yeah. Come back here soon, and we'll do fun things.
Best WWE match of the year. I don't know if we have the same match.
I don't know either. We had a stipulation that in the top 3, you have to have at least one non-NXT, which I think would have been extremely difficult until 2 weeks ago.
Sure.
Yeah.
Sure.
But
this is a separate category.
Yes.
Yeah.
So
this one specifically has to be a main roster match.
Yes.
Yes. Can't be NXT. Can't be 205 Live. Can't be Mae Young Classic.
Sorry, are we doing this separate from NXT?
Yeah, I figured we were doing it separately.
Oh,
we do the 3 best matches.
Yeah,
and then one best WWE.
Oh,
match.
okay. I did 3 best WWE, but one had to be WWE.
Oh,
yeah.
I don't know which one I like more, but I don't want to think of 3 WWE matches I like more. Well, I can think of 2 more, but
yeah. Well, whichever ones you mention
let's do best 3
in your best are going to come up here, right?
Best 3. Number 3.
Oh. Pardon me. Drew looked legitimately scared when I did that.
Jesus Christ.
Legitimately frightened.
I'm not going to lie. I did not watch a lot of WWE this year.
Nor did I.
Like, even like pay-per-views and stuff, like we didn't watch a lot of stuff.
I'm trying to think how many pay-per-views I watched.
Rumble,
I watched Rumble, Mania.
I feel like we watched...
Didn't watch SummerSlam.
Did we watch part of Greatest Royal Rumble?
I definitely didn't. I didn't touch Greatest Royal Rumble. That
might be it.
Because also, like, most Sundays I'm...
High?
No, quote-unquote, working.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I don't know if I saw another full pay-per-view after Mania.
I don't think... I honestly didn't. I might have seen bits and pieces.
Yeah. Yeah, that seems like enough.
Well, I mean, like, let's look at the top-rated WWE matches.
Let's look at the facts.
Fastlane. Didn't watch it. Survivor Series. Didn't watch it.
Mm-hmm.
Hell in a Cell. Didn't watch it. Money in the Bank. Didn't watch it. That's it.
Hell in a Cell had a good match on it that I forgot to watch. Because it was one of the highest-rated WWE matches of the year. The Ambrose Rollins versus Ziggler McIntyre was apparently a good tag match. Yeah.
Sure.
Which I think was the highest-rated main roster match until 2 weeks ago.
Yeah. I honestly don't care.
That's the thing. I didn't care enough either. I'm like...
But even now that it's got, like, even if I see
I'm like, Ambrose... Rollins is good. Ambrose is bad. McIntyre's pretty good. Like, and Ziggler's an idiot.
It doesn't even matter if them being good. I just don't care to watch it.
Yeah.
You know, like, I don't need
which is why I did.
watch...
Like, I meant to, but it was never a priority. So, I didn't. How about that for a story?
How about them apples?
Yeah, so... My number 3, my requisite main roster match. Mm-hmm. Maybe the same as yours. Probably the same people. Maybe not the same date.
I don't know.
AJ Styles and Daniel Bryan from TLC. December 16th, 2018.
Didn't watch it.
We watched it together.
Yeah, that's also my number 3.
Yeah. It was, I thought it was like their, SmackDown match, their first SmackDown match.
The non-title change.
The non-title change, but...
That was supposed to be...
Which was supposed to be a pay-per-view match in itself.
Yeah.
But, like, the TLC, I think, got more time and was a little better.
Yeah, given more time to stretch it out and tell more story was a little better. I mean, they got a lot of time on SmackDown, though, but it's not the same, like...
Exactly.
TV time and pay-per-view time are completely different. Like,
yeah, for sure.
Dives commercial break.
Oh, goddamn dive commercial break. We didn't even talk about that. I hate their format. It's horrible.
Anyways.
And Meltz gave it... I was surprised at Meltz's rating. Meltz gave it 4 3/4.
4 3/4. Yeah. Number 2.
Gargano Almas January takeover.
That is not main roster.
That's all I have for main roster. So you have 3 main roster
You buffoon!
Matches? Literally, if it has to be main roster, it's just going to be 3 Styles Bryans.
Okay. Well, that's fair.
Was there something good on Mania? Did I like anything on Mania?
No, Mania sucks. Well, I'll tell you mine. So mine was the AJ Debray non-title change.
Yeah. That'd be my number 2.
That's my number 2.
That's my number 2 main roster.
And my number 1 for the year was Buddy Murphy, Cedric Alexander, Cruiserweight title match at Super Showdown in Australia. That match was fucking dope.
Yeah.
Dope.
Yeah. Again, Buddy Murphy, awesome this year.
Awesome. I mean, Cedric's great, too.
Yeah, and lots of good Buddy Murphy, Mustafa Ali matches, too. Yeah.
It's crazy that Mustafa Ali is like main roster.
Is main roster, yeah.
It's so crazy.
Yeah.
Of all the guys on 205 Live, I never would have guessed that Mustafa Ali would be the guy.
And, nothing's bad. He's really good.
No,
but
I mean, other than doing his stupid spring off the bottom rope thing, but he doesn't do it as much anymore.
Yeah.
But, like, the do the roll, and then back and up and do the cutter. I fucking hate it. I hate it. Matt Nix, your friend's a stupid jerk.
Got him.
Okay, that's fine with me.
And, so I did 3 WWE matches, one of
under the umbrella of WWE.
So, number 2...
Wait, so your best matches... Because, like, my best match, I did... like what the 3 best matches are, so one of them is a WWE match. It's an NXT match.
Yeah, I don't have that.
So you kept them completely separate.
Yes, but if one of them was good enough to be on my best list, it would be. But it's not.
Gotcha.
Yeah, because I think last year you or both of us had Bate and Dunn in just best matches, in addition to WWE matches. I want to say.
Best WWE match. We both had AJ Cena at the Rumble. I had Usos.
Yes, all finishers.
I had Usos New Day at Hell in a Cell. Shane AJ WrestleMania. Bate Dunn NXT. Bate Dunn NXT.
Yeah.
I had the May and the January one.
Yeah.
You had AJ Cena Rumble and Bate Dunn the May one.
Yeah, and then I think at least you had May Bate Dunn in best overall matches. And maybe me also, I don't remember.
I had both of them in best match.
Okay.
And you did not.
Okay, there you go.
Oh boy.
So my just WWE
also,
umbrella matches.
Just to make sure, Charles Manson will live forever.
Yeah, that's the thing that was said 2
years ago.
In 2016. And he promptly died in 2017. Or did he die then and we were joking? I can't remember.
No, he died in 2017. He died afterwards.
Oh, yeah, we were talking about how I can't believe that fucker's still alive.
Yeah.
And then just immediately died. So my 3 WWE umbrella matches are Styles Bryan TLC, Gargano Almas January TakeOver, Gargano Ciampa April TakeOver.
Yeah. So best match overall.
Are we doing
or are we doing favorite wrestlers?
Let's do favorite wrestlers and favorite matches.
Okay.
So this is a new category. So this is not necessarily the best. Might overlap with the best, but the things that we enjoyed the most, were the most fun, brought us the most joy.
Like the thing that you sit there and you're fully focused on everything, and everything either makes you pop, or
I'm pumped for this.
Really into
I don't want this to end.
Yeah.
I'm sitting there on my couch by myself, chanting "Fight Forever," like I'm even more autistic. Yeah, exactly. Like that. You know the most I can't say it's my favorite match of all time. It is an all-time great match. But the most I've ever felt like I don't want this fucking match to end because it's so rad. Is you've maybe seen it at some point, like
the Raw 10-man tag.
No, but that match is fucking sick.
Yeah.
And one of the best matches in Raw history. Yeah. And B, it is a 10-man tag.
Oh.
The M-Pro 10-man tag from their big show in 96. Oh, really?
I don't think I've seen it.
There's 2 in 96 that are amazing.
Really?
And I remember just like it was one of the first Japanese tapes I ever got. So it was probably 1999 or 2000 or something, maybe 01. And I remember watching it going, holy shit, this is so good. I do not want this match to end.
Please keep fighting.
Please keep fighting. I believe I invented the Fight Forever chant there.
Makes sense.
In my rec room.
I'd honestly have to think pretty hard about what's like the thing that I never wanted to end.
Yeah, you're just watching it like, this is so good, like, just keep doing this.
Yeah, I don't know. I'd honestly have to think about it.
Yeah, like that, I have, like, sense memory of that feeling, and I've never been happy since then.
That's fair.
Yeah.
I'm not happy ever, so... So these are... We're doing wrestler first or match first?
Let's do wrestler first.
Okay. How many did you do? I did 4.
I did 6.
Okay, I'll think of 2 more quick. Who do I like? I don't know. Oh, no, I can think of it right now.
Who makes you happy?
I'll think of it right this second. Are you going to do them in order, or are you just going to name them?
I'll name them.
Okay, go for it.
Because he didn't do enough this year to make actual best wrestler of the year consideration.
Yeah.
But he's maybe my favorite wrestler of all time, Daniel Bryan.
Yep.
And I love his new gimmick is sweet.
Yep.
And he's great. And as long as he's in with someone who isn't Big Cass, he's having the best match. So
yeah. One for me, like I mentioned him earlier, is fucking Phoenix.
Yeah.
Because he does nothing wrong.
Phoenix is rad.
He is fucking the best.
Yeah. I have more overlap with best wrestler than I want to.
Well, that's fine if they're the best wrestler and you like.
Yeah, and like by no coincidence, like I enjoy watching extremely good wrestlers. Yeah. So I guess that'll happen. So my current favorite pro wrestler, and has been for a decent number of years.
100 years.
Ishii is my favorite pro wrestler.
That's pretty sick.
Yeah. So he's my number one. I don't know why.
Your favorite wrestler of the year?
Yes.
He's also on my list, but he's not my number one.
Yeah.
Let's just say Phoenix is 6 and Ishii's 5. Let's put it that way.
Sure.
Number 4 is so dumb, but it's the truth.
Did we get to the dumb thing you mentioned? No, we're not there yet. That's in the best match.
That's in favorite
match. Okay.
So for me, 6 is Phoenix, 5 is Ishii. You've got Ishii at 1,
and the rest
is not numbered.
Yeah.
Who's the other one you said?
I've just said Ishii and okay. D-Bry is the other one.
I'll go.
Sure.
My number 4 favorite wrestler of the year.
Look
me in the windows to my soul.
If you had one.
And I'm not even joking. This isn't even a funny comment to me. Caden Telbane. Kelly is my favorite fucking wrestler.
I'm not mad at that.
Everything Kelly has done this year.
Here's the only thing I'm mad at. Here's what I'm mad at.
It's not you?
That I didn't write it.
Oh.
That's what I'm mad at. Also, a little bit that it's not me. But
Chris Wolf.
Yeah.
Pitfall. You. Ethan. Kevin.
Cockstrong and
Kikutaro. Like, he's done nothing wrong ever.
Yeah. Ricky and B-Boy.
Cole Cabana, but that was last year. But still. Kane Domain.
Yeah.
He's my 4th favorite wrestler of the year.
Took him about 10 years. By the way, if you think where I'm going is it took him about 10 years to get good. No. He's been good for a long time. Fucking rad for years.
He's been good since, year 3.
Yeah. Took him about 10 years, despite the fact that he's been doing a werewolf gimmick. Around this summer to actually realize that and go with it, and he's been even better since he started doing it.
All we had to do was bully him into getting a tail.
Literally just had to bully him into getting a tail
design
on his
gear for him that had a tail on it.
Here's your gear design. Here's your gear design. Here's the fucking tail on it. This is you now. Tell your dad it's not a phase. And go have nothing but great matches for the second half of the year with that tail. And also, and he did. Yeah.
Yes, he's my number 4. This is your just random.
I'll put here's someone almost as good as Caden Talbane, Kazuchika Okada. About the same.
They're the scales tipping a little.
Little Talbane side.
Only because of his dick weight.
Sure. Flip a coin. Okada Talbane. What actually put it over was tonight watching the tag Okada Ishii versus
Golden
Lovers. Just watching Okada, he's so good.
Yeah.
I want to have a match with Okada. One, he's light as fuck. He will never hurt you, even though his stuff looks good.
I wouldn't hold your breath on that one. But...
Oh, you think? Shouldn't I put him on? Should I put him on my 2019 goals list?
Yeah,
I'll
Okada.
And you said, his positioning is always perfect. Yeah. And just everything,
bumps really smooth, every time.
Everything he does is great. There's no reason not to like him unless you a hater. So there.
My number 2 and number 3 are definitely going to have a big crossover with Best.
Sure.
Which is my number 3 is Kota Ibushi, because Ibushi had a fucking stellar year.
I also have Ibushi
in the G1 and just reforming the Golden Lovers and all the tags they had. And just everything he's done all year has been amazing. Which is crazy to think that 3 years ago he was barely around anymore.
2016 he did nothing.
He did nothing. And then he came back and did the stupid Tiger thing.
Yep.
But now he's just fucking killing it.
I think he didn't want to say it, but he was really hurt. And sort of took a year off to heal everything. Yeah. And if that's what it took, great.
I will say there's only one negative I had for Ibushi.
He's gay, and you don't approve
of
his
lifestyle. Him and Omega don't kiss enough.
I wish they kissed more.
I wish they kissed
they
would just commit to being a gay couple.
Yeah.
It would be such a revolutionary thing in wrestling. Maybe they don't want to come out because Japan's kind of weird about that stuff.
Japan is super weird about that.
But, it would be crazy if they came out and were, the first openly gay... Because, wrestling does need that.
Yeah.
And that would be insane.
Yeah.
2 of the best wrestlers in the world.
By the way, we're fucking.
We pack each other's fudge. Well,
one the other, and I think you know which.
Yeah. But yeah. Ibushi is my number 3.
Ishii,
favorite wrestler.
Ishii and Ibushi are my consistently favorite wrestlers to watch.
Just fixing my underwear, don't worry.
Okay.
Yours?
One other guy creeping up when I see his name in a decent or better on paper match, I'm like, oh, this is gonna work. Will Ospreay has become such a more complete wrestler.
Yeah, he really has.
The injuries that actually helped him get better at wrestling.
Yeah. Well, just taking less stupid bumps.
Less totally stupid shit. He's been forced to he actually has always been. Partially because he's British and partially because he's very athletic and stuff, has been a really good mat wrestler. He just didn't do it much before, but now he does do it more. Yeah. He's got great intensity. His flying has always been among the best in the world, but now he has so many other facets to his game, and he's had a variety of very good matches, and is always a guy to watch on shows now.
Yeah.
And
he's great.
Yeah. And then I wanted to mention a non-New Japan and specifically Dragon Gate guy, because I like Dragon Gate, and I was trying to think who I dig the most, and guys I've consistently ridden hard for, Susumu, who's had a good year, and Mochizuki, who's both Sugiura levels of old and tough. And Kagetora I've always loved, but he's not as high on the card a guy. So as far as a high card guy who's always going to deliver, Yoshino. Yeah.
Yeah, Yoshino's great.
So I like him a lot.
How many do you have left? One?
That's it.
Oh, that's your whole thing?
Yeah.
I hadn't even finished yet.
Sorry. I was on a roll.
This we discussed this last week when we were watching New Japan stuff.
Yeah.
Just that because we love Ishii and Okada.
I know where you're going, and I agree.
And Goto and Ibushi and how much we love them.
Yeah.
And because he had such a bad 2017 with injuries and shit.
One tends to forget.
How awesome Tanahashi is.
He's one of the best wrestlers of all time.
Fucking good.
Not now.
All time.
Not of his prime, whether that be 2007 or 13 or whatever.
Or 2016.
Yeah, of all time.
Yeah, he's great. Think about how many dome shows he's main evented.
Yeah.
How many times he's been champion.
How much he fucking delivers.
Unless he's against Jay White. But
that's the only time.
Only time. He's not only that, he's so much fun to watch.
Yes.
All of his moves are fun. He's flashy and he's goofy and he does the fucking air guitar.
Yeah.
So much fun.
Yeah.
He's great. And my number one favorite wrestler of the year. Masashi Takeda!
Fuck you.
God damn it, Takeda's awesome. I love Takeda so much. I would have a deathmatch with him. I'm not afraid of him. He can hurt me all he wants. I don't care.
He's a psychopath.
He's a fucking psychopath. But he's like a delightful psychopath.
Very much.
He seems like a pretty fun dude.
Yeah.
And he gets so much puss.
As we said, if he's not doing death matches, he's fucking.
This guy fucks.
This guy
fucks. Masashi Takeda is the best.
Two deathmatch guys we have agreed we would love to hang out with: Takeda and Abdullah Kobayashi.
I also kind of want to hang out with Drake Younger. But,
for sure.
Yeah. Abdullah Kobayashi, only if he wears his glasses. Only if he wears his glasses.
Kobayashi in glasses. Maybe
a fanny pack.
Yeah, but maybe also still bleeding. Like when he did commentary.
Post deathmatch hangouts would be great.
Yeah. And no, I haven't hung out with him, but I've talked to him, and Drake Younger is so nice.
Yeah, that's what I've heard.
He's an awesome dude.
I've heard he's a really nice guy. I have a strong feeling that my favorite match next year will involve Takeda and Ricky Shane Page. Unless it just really under delivers.
Yeah.
But I feel like anything involving those two is going to be my favorite.
It's going to be okay, I think.
Favorite
matches.
Top 3. I did 4.
I have
Scott, come on. Shelly, come on.
Shelly,
come on.
Come on. I'm just going to rattle some off for you.
That's fine.
A lot of these are sort of because I have no overlap with this and best match.
Neither do I.
So a lot of them sort of ended up as more honorable mentions for best, but I loved all of these and found a great deal of fun in all of them. 2 I already mentioned. Okada's 2 earlier defenses, the
Sonata,
Feb with Sonata, April with Sabre.
Yeah.
Both were awesome.
Yeah.
I watched both of those in Tofino, British Columbia, late at night by myself.
Jerking off,
and those were great.
The Sonata one would definitely be on my favorite matches. I mean, I like the Sabre one, but I like Sonata a lot more.
Yeah.
I
can rattle some more. I think I have 9. I enjoyed the Junior 4-Way at the Dome. That was really fun.
I think my brain's forgotten it.
Osprey, Skrull.
I know who's in it, but I don't remember. I can't picture it in my head.
It was really fun.
Oh, was that when Hiromu did the 3?
Yep.
Oh yeah, okay, that was actually really good.
Yeah,
that was really good.
Yeah, it delivered. Also, previously mentioned Miyahara Zeus from October 21st.
I love Zeus.
Golden Lovers and Bucks from LA in March. So much great storytelling in that match because they're all friends and don't want to kill each other but really want to win.
They
blah
have
blah blah.
to. Yeah.
So that was all really well done. 2 big old honorable mentions from the G1, both involving the aforementioned favorite wrestler of mine, Ishii Sonata from the last day of the B Block, August 11th. I think that was the most underrated match of the G1, and because it technically wasn't even the best match on the show, just got so lost in the shuffle. But man, I love that match, and also Goto Ishii, which we watched from July 21st, where they fucking killed each other. Killed each other. So after I said all of those, I've got 2 left.
Okay. Well, my number 4 was Cage Death, because it actually delivered this year, because sometimes it's a hit and miss. Sometimes it's really good, sometimes it's really bad. This one was really fucking violent.
Yes, it was.
And there was a lot of blood.
Yeah, and they, sometimes it doesn't end with the biggest spot. Yeah. This one absolutely did.
Opening spot, Ricky runs, moves, goes through a plate of glass. Sweet. That was fucking awesome.
And 100% Ricky's idea.
Yeah, totally.
I know, he's like...
I'm sure that Mance was probably like, huh?
Yeah, why don't we start by running through the glass?
Yeah, it was great. So, because sometimes it is kind of a chore to watch.
Yes.
But this one was like, everything was like,
yep.
No. And then just like the spray of blood out of Ricky's head.
If I had told you at the beginning of the year that you would be listing a match involving Mance Warner.
Mance Warner, Ricky Page. I don't know. And my number 3 match, and again, you are going to... But
is this the silly one?
Again, this is just favorite match. It's not even the
something
best
you
match.
liked. Yeah.
Caden Talbane, Daniel Donis, June 1st, 2018 is one of my favorite goddamn matches. The amount of butt spanking,
I was going to say
the amount of fake blowjobs.
That's the spanking match.
Yeah. So good.
Yeah.
I love both those men.
Yeah. I had a bad day that day, so I don't remember it very well.
Oh, it was so good.
The one thing I do remember regarding that match is driving on the way down, which I guess would have been the 4 of us.
No, I didn't go. I wasn't booked.
Oh, you
I was
there.
Injured.
Oh, so it would have been...
I watched it online. I watched it on Twitch.
It was just me. I was going to say me, Kelly, and Kevin, Caden Talbane, and the Adonis. I said, "Hey guys, you are the only good match tonight. Please deliver," because the card was dog shit. As I recall.
The card was bad.
Yeah. So I said, "Hey, please have a good match, because you're the only hope of such." And I guess they did.
Yeah, they did.
Yeah, I really don't remember much because...
that's fair.
You know.
Yeah. I actually...
I don't know why I'm being coy, but it's the day I broke my arm, and it was a very bad day.
I remember watching your match, and like not even noticing you weren't in the match until like all the I guess the waterfall-y stuff had started to happen, and then I was like, huh. Is Scott doing
is he doing a thing?
No, because I just assumed that you were laying on the floor until
to come back at
to
some
make
point.
a big breakup of a pin or something. But then I was like, that doesn't really seem like Scott. And then Jer Bear, who's one of our referees, said Scott might be hurt pretty bad. I'll let you know any updates. And I was like, oh fuck,
yeah.
But yeah, that match was so goddamn good.
Nice.
But I mean, everything that the two of them do is just the best.
Yeah.
So
which is why I wanted to not only have a match against a tag match against him with Kelly on the big show that fell on my birthday, but also my comeback match. Neither of which happened. 1 because my arm was broken, and 2 because then he was broken.
Yeah, broken for life.
Yeah, which sucks, but here we are.
Top 2 favorites.
Yo.
Number 2, Satoshi Takeda versus Ryuji Ito.
Oh, different than mine. This is the one I was thinking about kissing on.
Big Japan.
September.
Death Vegas.
Yeah, September 16th.
September 16th, 2018.
Great match.
Fucking great.
Yeah, but...
Big old fish mouth.
When we were talking about... I think probably the first time we talked about Best of the Year stuff, probably in October or so, you were like... Ito match, best match of the year. I'm like, really? Over the Kodaka match? But you were thinking of Ito versus Kankuro Hoshino that we had watched the same day, but happened to be from 2014.
That is one of my favorite matches. That is maybe a match I didn't want to finish. That's a match
actually
fight forever.
How long can he keep that fucking syringe in his face?
I remember just screaming at the TV, "Take it out!
Take it out! Take it out!"
So what's your number 2?
The 2 I left are definitely not my top 2. It would have...
just the ones you didn't read.
If I would... Let's say Ishii Sanada is my 1.
Okay.
And the rest, figure it out. But the 2 I happen to not list are Masashi Takeda and Jun Kazai from Freedoms, August 28th. No ring... Caribbean deathmatch, just on the wood.
Yeah.
They did some absurd things. Takeda's like newish finisher is deadly, and he should stop doing it.
Right, that's wrestling. Who cares?
Yeah,
he's gonna hurt somebody. It's gonna be a guy who wants to get hurt. So it's fine.
Yeah, his like.
How did I forget about? I mean, I didn't forget about that. I just didn't.
Yeah. So yeah, and it's funny because it's almost the same move that Kelly, Kid and Talbane, used to do. He has like his inverted Darkness Buster, which is like sort of pump handle and then sort of like cutthroat and then just a full vertical drop, like backdrop driver out of that, basically.
Yeah.
And that's pretty much what Takeda does. And I feel like Kasai got absolutely murdered on it.
I'm sure Kasai was fine with that.
Yeah. So there's that one. And another one, which I list as in relation to something you mentioned earlier, but it's on there because such a pleasant surprise.
Oh.
Ricochet versus Adam Cole. Takeover August. Is that Brooklyn? Brooklyn 4.
Brooklyn 4.
Yeah. Because, again, kind of lukewarm on Cole. I thought he and Ricochet killed it.
Yeah, they did.
They had a great match. I'm like, this is so much better than I thought it would be.
They really did.
Yeah. So that's why that's on there.
Another one is Masashi Takeda versus Masaya Takahashi. The title change in November.
Yeah.
Oh, love that match.
Yeah.
I watched that match 3 times in 4 days.
Wow.
Like, I found
showing it to people itself?
I found it on Daily Motion, and then I was just like, oh, here, let me show you this gross spot in this match. And then I just sat there and watched the match. And then somebody else would come by and I'm like, oh, you want to see some gross deathmatch stuff? Come over.
Yeah, that match rules. And probably not even their best match together.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
I think their Christmas one last year was their best, with like the big light tube Christmas tree.
Oh, I want to do that.
And I feel like they did some nasty nail stuff in that one. Not scissors, I don't think.
No, that was a nail board, wasn't it?
I think they had nails in
that. Yeah. That was a nail board where they're on the top second rope teasing it. And then when he goes down, he lands like the thigh and ass on it.
Yeah.
Oh.
It's that. Yeah, I think that's their best one. They've had 3, but all killer. No filler.
All killer, no filler.
All killer, I wrote thriller.
Oh. Are we doing best match or wrestler of the year?
Wrestler of the year, then best match.
Okay. For me, I got 4.
Here's my overlaps.
Here's your 900.
Here's my overlaps with favorite. Ishii, Ospreay, Ibushi, Okada.
Okay.
All overlap.
Okay.
With favorite.
Are any of them in the number 1?
You know what? It's a great question. I'm not sure who my number 1 is.
Oh my god, you fucking dick. You are a dick.
Ibushi number 1.
Okay. You and I also have the same number 1.
Nice! Ibushi, is that a kiss?
No, because it's an easy choice.
I don't know. There's an easy choice. There's competition. You just don't want to kiss.
He like I said, same thing as before about why he was in my favorite. All the stuff with the reforming the Golden Lovers had a killer G1.
Yeah, I get probably the best G1 of all time.
Best G1 of all time. Number 4 for me is Mr. Jeff Cobb.
Nice. I don't have him, but not mad at it.
Number 3.
I think this was Cobb's best year.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He also got the most exposure this year.
Most exposure, and
he's getting title matches. Yeah. He won titles. He was on big shows.
And on the show we were on with him a few days ago, he looked awesome.
Yeah, it looked great.
He looked like with a pretty good local guy. You had a killer match.
Yep.
Yeah.
Number 3, even though I'm not a huge fan of him, I realized he had a really good year. That was Walter.
I got Walter too.
And number 2, because he had such a fucking resurgence this year, was Hiroshi Tanahashi.
I also got Hiroshi Tanahashi.
Yeah.
In Ibushi 1, and then in no order, Okada, Tanahashi, Omega. I think I haven't said, but he's he's always in the conversation the last couple of years. Walter, Ospreay, Ishii. But yeah, if I have to pick a number 1, gun to my head, Ibushi.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah.
Ibushi had such a fucking killer year.
Yeah.
How many matches did you do for best? I said top 3.
I did considerably less than last year and less than favorite this year.
Which is 9.
Yes, I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. That's not that bad. That's so much better than last. Last year I had to have 13.
Last year you had...
Last year, I remember...
9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14.
Nice. I remember last year, I ranked the top 6, so those top 6 are in order.
Okay.
And then I had 8 honorable mentions.
2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I only did 7.
Pretty good. So
This year, I legitimately kept it to 3. Because I think in the message I put top 3.
Yeah, which I saw and ignored.
I kept it to 3.
Yeah.
So you figure out what your 1, 2, and 3 are.
I will do that. I actually did. I think I wrote it like I wanted it.
Okay. So
I wrote my top 3 like I wanted it. I got top 3 and 4 honorables.
Okay, so read your honorables.
Okay.
Building to the number 1.
Already mentioned tonight. The tag that sold me on the groundbreaking fact that Okada is a great wrestler. Okada Ishii versus Golden Lovers from I believe Los Angeles, September 30th. How many am I doing? Am I doing all of them or
just go up to your top 3
until I get to 3,
and then we'll do 3, 3, 2,
sure.
2, 1, 1.
Because you only have 3, right?
Only 3.
Okay. Omega Ishii from day whatever of the G1, August 4th. I feel, at least with Meltzer and maybe some of the rest of the internet, I can't remember if it's rated higher on Cage Match or not. Tanahashi Okada, September 23rd. Their most recent match, the one where Tanahashi goes over, defends the briefcase. Of their 3 matches this year, I thought it was definitely the best. I loved it. I found it super engaging. You're looking up what things are ranked.
Slow.
Yeah, Cage Match is slow sometimes.
Fucking Germans.
Fucking Chamans. What do we got?
It's still loading.
Oh,
it's
you
slow.
take...
I mean, I'm at matches, but it's just
okay.
being slow.
Yeah, I really like that match. I watched every notable New Japan match this year, and I gave 6 5 stars. 4 from the G1. And 2 other. The 2 other being the tag from September I just said, and this Tanahashi Okada. I didn't think the other 2. I didn't think the G1 Tanahashi Okada was 5 stars, and I didn't think the May Tanahashi Okada was 5.5 stars. But yeah, I love this one. It ruled. And for a little non-New Japan flair, how about Masashi Takeda and Isama Kodaka from Big Japan, June 20th, 2018, fighting for an armbar with scissors.
Yeah, it's pretty fucking
among 1,000 other insane things. How's the research?
Good. I got all 3 of them. So what are we doing?
Just what they're rated on Cage Match.
So we got the
there's May...
The September 23rd.
September 23rd.
Is 9.47.
That's pretty fucking high. Maybe it is the highest.
Then
there'll be like an August...
The August 10th.
Yeah.
Is 9.41.
Which was the first one? 9.47?
47.
Okay.
And the
May 4th?
Is 9.32.
So it is the highest. Okay. So Cage Match agrees with me.
Cage Match agrees with you.
There we go. I'm happy. And those are my 4 honorables.
I definitely could have thought of more, but chose not to because we were trying to keep it to 3.
I respect your discipline.
My
discipline.
My number 3.
Yep.
From New Japan's G1 Climax. Day number 19.
Which I believe is the final day?
Is the final day.
August 12th, might you say?
August 12th. One Hiroshi Pretty Boy Tanahashi versus Kota Bottom Boy Ibushi.
Well, let me tell you this, Andrew. Can I call you Andrew?
Only my friends call me Andrew. Actually, only my family can call me Andrew.
Yeah, because they're the only ones who do.
Yes.
I would tell you my number 3, but you already said it.
Oh. I don't think we have the same 2 and 1 though.
What if?
Maybe. Okay. 2 and 1, we will open tongue kiss on this podcast.
Oh boy. Drew, tell me your number 2.
Number 2. From NXT TakeOver New Orleans.
It's not.
I
have no... I was gonna say I was gonna say I have no white people. I have a white person, but I have no matches that took place in America.
That would be Johnny Gargano and Tommaso Ciampa.
Yeah.
Unsanctioned.
It's excellent.
Because we rewatched that match yesterday.
Yeah.
And it was just as good the second time.
I watched it for the first time yesterday. Yeah.
Just as good the second time around. So much gross shit.
Yeah.
Really good battle at the end. And
great
the best finish.
Great
the
finish.
Best fucking finish.
Like Cena Umaga level finish.
And the fact that Ciampa was willing to take a knee brace shot to an exposed, actually
that
surgically repaired knee
just had surgery.
Was fucking gross.
Yeah.
And the powerbomb on the floor.
Oh, the powerbomb on the floor. Oh, it made me. Oh, it hurt me.
Yeah, but that match was great.
Yeah.
What's your number 2, Scott?
My number 2 is from going back to the G1 Climax, day something.
Okay.
Who's to say?
Who's to say what's not to say?
July 28th, whatever day that was.
Okay.
I wonder if do I have your number 1?
I mean, I don't know.
Kota Ibushi, Tomohiro Ishii.
Okay.
Which we watched last week. You for the first time, me for the second time. Was insane. Meltzer gave it 4 3/4.
Meltzer's stupid.
And not 5 because he said the work was worthy of 5 or more because it's not a 5-star scale anymore.
Yeah.
But it crossed the dangerous... no, sorry, not dangerous. The scary threshold for him. It was too scary. Guess what I like in my wrestling? Scary. So this match was awesome.
Yeah.
And yeah, I loved it. Ishii Ibushi. And also, as I said, probably my 2 current favorite wrestlers to watch. So it worked out.
That brings me to my number 1.
Uh-huh.
Which is from New Japan Pro Wrestling's G1 Climax, day number 10.
Was that July 28th?
July 28th.
Oh, shit.
Kota Ibushi and Tomohiro.
God damn.
Favorite match of the year.
Yeah.
Done.
It fucking ruled.
Done. Podcast over. See ya.
All right. So I'm surprised my number 1 didn't
come up,
show up for you somewhere.
I don't know. I forget a lot of things, Scott. My brain's not there.
The best match on your best show of the year.
Oh. Yeah, it's not that it's not great. It's
like,
just I feel like I've seen it already.
Like, I'm not going to watch it again for a while.
Yeah.
But I have to respect the work in it.
Sure.
Like the insane pace they did for close 60
minutes?
65 70 minutes, something like that.
Yeah. No, I agree with you.
Yeah, like, again, I was also on Oxy when I saw this. I enjoyed it very much. Mm-hmm. Time meant nothing to me.
Yep.
Like, oh, why was that match only 30 seconds?
Wow, that went by
Scott,
really
it's
quick.
dark now. So, yeah. Okada Omega, 2 of 3 falls.
Title change.
Like, end of a story, end of a
legacy.
End of a 2-year title reign. Like, tons of great storytelling in it. They did a great job with the 2 of 3 falls format. Watching them work the pace they do, I get so tired because I imagine myself having to do that and just dying.
Oh, why? Because you think you're Okada and Omega?
I think I'm Omega.
Oh, okay, fair. Oh, I learned something new about Scott tonight.
Yeah, I'm a top.
Mm-hmm. Got me.
Yeah, because when I watch wrestling, I picture myself doing it too. I'm like, I could do that, or oh, that would suck to do. The worst, what I hate doing and do too much is watching wrestling right after I eat. So yeah. I'm really full and watching. I'm like, oh, if I had to wrestle right now, I'd be so sick. Yeah. I hate it.
I do that too.
And do you get the same thing?
Yeah.
It's bad, right?
Yeah.
I hate it. But yeah, just like there's very, very few other people who could work this pace, and like I'm talking about the pace a lot, just because like it's so like this and the hour draw the previous year, just to do that. But like the conditioning is one thing. Like I'm sure some other people have the conditioning that they could do it, but it wouldn't be as cohesive an hour or hour plus match. But
there'd be a lot of downtime.
Yeah, to be able to, in addition to keeping up the pace, to do such a good, smart match it's just so impressive. And again, I'll rewatch a bunch of other matches before this, mostly because of the length, obviously.
Right.
But, like, a number of people have called it the best wrestling match of all time. I don't think it is. I think there's some better, like, 90s All Japan stuff, and maybe even some other, like, recent New Japan stuff. But it's just so impressive that I know it's, like, kind of a boring pick for number one. But
that's why I booed you.
That's why you booed me. But Crazy Old Meltzer gave it 7 stars for a reason.
7 out of 10 is pretty good.
7 out of 10 is pretty good. You know, one day we might even get a 10
out of 10.
Or at least just like an A, like an 8.5 or a 9.
Yeah. I think it also, too, like, playing into the timing and how long they went and, like, the cardio and everything. Like, you compare this to, like, a 60-minute draw in, like, a Flair Dusty Rhodes match.
It's a completely very different
match, you know?
There's a few more headlocks in the old one.
Like, there's a lot more pace and, like, a go to this match than there would be to other time limit draws or, like, the over-hour matches or whatever.
Yeah.
It's not that I didn't think about it. It's just that, like, I don't know. I feel like I've seen it, and maybe for me, I just didn't need to... I wasn't as invested in it as I was in their first match. So I was just kind of like, are they going to go? Like, I'm not, I can't. And I just didn't pay as much attention to it as I probably should have.
Yeah, well,
it's a long watch.
Yeah, it's definitely a long watch, but I was okay because it was fairly obvious they would go an hour.
And you were high as fuck.
And I was high as fuck.
Trippin' bull.
Because it wouldn't really make sense,
Big old doinks.
It wouldn't really make sense to do a match shorter than the hour draw.
Yeah.
So they had to go over 60. So I was prepared for over 60, and they did it. Yeah, I do still think... I think their first one at the 2017 Dome is my favorite.
Yeah, me too.
Because, like, it's their first, like, you've never seen them together before, and they just delivered so hard.
Yeah.
And also pacing that, because they went over 45
and that was the teasing the towel throw in, right? Or was it the second one?
The 60 draw was the towel throw.
Right.
With Cody. Yeah.
With Cody.
The first one was...
That had good, I did like that.
Yeah, very very cool, very smart. The first one was teasing the table spot for 25 minutes.
Yeah.
And then the huge back body drop.
Yes, queen.
Yeah. So, that's probably still my favorite. And it was my match of the year last year. Back-to-back Okada Omegas. Here we are.
Fucking Mark.
What can I say? Fucking Mark. But they're killing wrestling, and they're bad.
You know what, though? I really do hate Omega, because he's everything about me I hate.
Oh, I get it.
He's Canadian.
He makes you... Yeah.
He's a top.
Yeah. He's a good wrestler.
He's a great wrestler.
Those are all the things...
Can go for over an hour.
Those are all the things you hate about yourself.
But I also hate Ishii. Because he's everything I hate about myself.
Because
I'm short.
Squat.
I'm thick.
Egg-shaped.
I'm egg-shaped. I get hurt easily.
But never take time off for said injuries.
I would love to take some time off.
No, don't be a coward.
Oh, okay, I won't.
Good. Bullying.
4-hour podcast.
If only Nia Jax had told us not to bully. But then turned heel and bullied.
If only Nia Jax had gotten less of her parents' DNA. Well, I hope you enjoy capping this into 2 separate...
I don't know, it might
2 hour and 7 minute...
It might be 3
podcasts.
This is...
Does that mean you gotta listen to a good cut point?
Yeah, but I don't have to listen to the whole thing. I'll go
to
you gotta, a rough...
Like, blah, here, back a little more.
Yeah, somewhere in this 10-minute range I'll cut. But, this was not what we intended. This is not what we asked for. This is certainly not what you asked for, except a few of you monster tards out there who listen to a 9-hour podcast over the course of one day, not naming names.
And listen to a 9-hour podcast over the course of 8 hours.
While walking alone through the mist.
That's fine, as long as you don't listen to it.
But yeah.
Being a number one sad boy.
Number one sad boys. You know what? This one goes out to all the number one sad boys out there. By the time you finish this, you'll have listened to more than 4 hours of pure nonsense. Actually, this is probably our most, this this podcast every year is probably our most focused podcast.
Yeah, it's our most coherent
because
one.
we have things written.
Yeah,
and like places and points to hit. So yeah, actually a lot less nonsense than usual. So congratulations for 4 hours of almost content.
Let me leave you with one final thought.
Your mom gay?
No. I would much rather live my life single and happy than not single and living a lie.
That's fair. Kiss.